I'm Vince Bansali from the second year College of Computer Studies BSI, and my digital poster is all about taking good care of our mental health. As we know, we must take care of our mental health to keep good relationship with our friends, our family, and prevent mind problems. So I chose to paint students as an example. I decided to paint my own school's uniform to be the reference. So they're holding their art poster with encouraging words and spreading appreciation to everyone because just like now, we are showing that we care for everyone and we're trying to make it into a reality through the expression of our artwork. It's also a message to everyone that going to school is one of the best ways to take care of our mentality since we meet new friends, good teachers, and learn a lot of things. Thank you.
Okay, hi, hello. My name is Elyn R. A first year student from the College of Computer Science, USPF Lahu campus. And what you're seeing here is my entry for the poster making contest themed Mental Health Care for All. Let's make it a reality. Now, the reason why I chose to draw a child for this is because it's not just us and the adults struggling with the mental health issues. Children are also susceptible to this. They are not an exception. How young they are or how old they are not an exception. And I just wanted people to be aware of that. This can very much affect how they'll turn out as adults, and the theme was mental health care for all, so I'm including the child. I'm very bad at explaining. Anyway, enjoy my speed paint.
Throughout my lifetime, I have witnessed many different lives with different roads and divergent paths, but upon seeing all of them, I have noticed one thing which everyone has actually experienced. That is, the detrimental effect of disregarding one's mental health. We often don't think about this since we like to portray pride and power, but fail to recognize that we ourselves also need help. So if you ever need someone to talk to, don't let it end with a silent message.
My name is James Antoma, second year BS IT student. This artwork of mine is about a girl who always feels like drowning in her own thoughts. She can never say anything or express without getting frustrated or crying. It's like getting caught in a wave. It seems to start out fine at first and then it washes over you and you can't get out and you just end up drowning. But eventually her friends and family made things a lot better for her as she started to surround herself with people who accepts her and understands her situation and treat her for who she is. This is to remind us how life can be so cruel enough to make you question yourself and also kind enough to give us people that can help us get through anything. Like there may be times that you want to disappear and think to yourself, who cares? But there's always someone out there for you, someone who cares for you. You don't have to completely shut yourself out from the world. Being alone in your own head, it's hard. It's a bad neighborhood to be in.
The name's Melting Nice Silva of SBA, third year marketing student. I'm here now to present my artwork that I proudly call Ink Unto Reality. In relation to this mental health month, my artwork conveys more to the situation than meets the eye. It represents all types of sins, the defense mechanism of a man, the astral projection of denial, the magnum opus, the reflection of how complex humans are. The avant-garde that is characterized by aesthetic innovation with respect to art, culture, and society. Nowadays, This pandemic has brought a new burden to our mental health, which separates us from our loved ones. One may feel isolated, alone, and disconnected from the real world. It may be difficult for oneself to seek help, but do not worry because you are not alone. Remember that there is always a rainbow after the rain. The first step is always the hardest, but once you take your first step, things will get easier from then on.
Hi, I'm Elyn R, Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, second year. In line with the theme for this year's Mental Health Month, Mental Health Care for All, let's make it reality. So in this poster, it shows how an individual must care its mental health. And so for us to make it in reality, as what is shown in the gray part of this poster, that we must fold the negativities in our lives by piecing out the doubts, stress, fear, anger, depression, hate, and everything that makes us miserable. And so by it, we can uncover the brighter side of ourselves. And also, by uncovering the brighter side of ourselves, we must shower our minds with positivity. Take a good rest, believe what's within us, learn on taking a break, exercise, find peace of mind, and smile. And so by that, folding negativity and uncovering positivity, we can make our mental health care in reality. That's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, and I am Maria Benedetta V. Vitales, BSIT2 student. Will humbly explain about my poster, which is the theme about mental health care. As you can see, and as an individual, we had our own struggles in our atmosphere. Yes, the world is cruel, and it's really hard to live in, and nothing is really easy. Nowadays, people were lonely, stressed, depressed, sad, or the like. Not just the pandemic though, but also the atmosphere around it, filled with negativity. Yet no matter how hard to survive, it's okay to cry or to feel sad as long as you're growing with self-love and self-care deep within your chest as a glow to your life. No matter what you do, there will be challenges all over your way, and nothing or no one will help you but yourself. And this is where self-care and self-love turned in.
Good day to everyone. I'm Amra Carrie Dagatan from Grade 12 Amethyst of the Humanities and Social Sciences from the USPF Lahog campus. Here's my entry for the poster making with the theme of mental health care for all. Let's make it a reality. The person in the center has no gender or age. It represents everybody. The things above the head portrays the mental health of everyone. The colorful hands reaching for the person represents the people who are willing to care for our mental health. The background depicts reality. It means that no matter where you are in this world, whether you are in a rural or urban area, you and your mental health deserves care. Those happy tears express the sensation of being looked after. Everybody deserves to be cared for, regardless of age, gender, location, problem, or time. Let us not forget that there is always someone who is willing to reach out their hands to help us get out of darkness. There is someone who cares. There is someone who is willing to bring us the colors of life and willing to help us fix our broken pieces. Caring for everyone's mental health is a continuous process. It is essential. Remember, we are not alone. We will never be alone. Let's make it happen. Let's make it a reality.
Hello everyone. My name is John Eric B. Saladaga, representative of Scion 12 ABM. As you can see, my work appears to be a girl that's been in a dark place that suddenly was painted with hues to which represents mental positivity. If we were tools that paints people in need to become colorful again, let's make it into a reality.
Good day everyone. I am Shimeji Kanyete from 11 News Freedom in the USPF Lahog campus. I'm here to interpret the meaning behind the poster I created. The heart in the hand represents a person's love for others and how that love can be shared. That love can help us build connections, and it can also help a person communicate and express their own thoughts, problems, and struggles in life to someone they're comfortable with. The brain above the hand indicates that if a person is able to communicate and express themselves, it can give them the relief that they need. It allows them to believe that there are people who are willing to listen to them and can assist them in improving their mental health. The two people without eyes and their singing in the drawing demonstrates that there are things in this world that cannot be easily perceived by our eyes, and that we must feel them in order to understand their meaning. Music can also be a therapy in repairing our mental health, and it can also keep us calm during these times of difficulty in our lives. And that's all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nicole Codizar, a STEM 12 student from Section B Tangerine of USPF Lahog Campus. A mental illness is a physical illness of the brain that causes disturbance in thinking, behavior, and emotion that makes it difficult to cope up with the ordinary demands of life. Our poster portrays a single individual who is puzzled in their life. The I stands for the society's standards in today's modernity. To meet with those standards, this person became empty inside due to the expectations of the insecurities and the standards that they're trying to have. Puzzle depicts the dreams that this person foresees in the future. It seems very hard to explain what the message it gives you, but this is the reality. Word is the most frequent way of communication in the human experience. One word gives a million emotions to a person. The reality of the day speaks a lot of these mental issues. If you have the strength to be nice, then speak calmly and be observant to everyone around you. If you need help, then be strong to speak up. And do not be afraid, because we are here listening. That will be all. Thank you.
So today I'm going to explain my poster. First of all, my poster had a boy wrapped in vines that represent generally and healthy mental health. The boy is reaching out to hands that represent healthy mental resources. Its support to represent breaking out of unhealthy mental health states and reaching out to help. Many people who suffer from mental health issues often feel as though they cannot reach out to others in fear of dragging them down or burdening them. I wanted the feeling in this poster to feel as though no matter how strong someone may think their emotional baggage may be, the helping hands are strong enough to pull them out. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Arlindo Faith Misal from Senior High School, Lahore, Grade 12, Section Olive. This is a picture that comes out from my mind. Having anxiety and mental depression is like being scared and tired. It's a fear of failure, but no urge to be productive. It's wanting friends, but hating to socialize. It's because we wanting to be alone and not to be lonely. We need to care about everything, but we care about nothing. Sometimes we need to hide our feelings to let them know that we are okay, but inside, it's killing me slowly. It's not always the tears that measures the pain. Sometimes it's the smile we fake to cover all the pain inside. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Franciscan Shipikitor and I'm a representative of Grade 12 STEM A Medallion from USPF Lahog Campus. For my artwork, it shows here that it's about mental health and how it damages a person. Despite the fact that we are happy every day, we tend to hide our feelings from everyone, including those who are close to us. When you're at your limit, all your surroundings will break. You'll feel sad, you don't care anymore, you lose all of your interest every day, and you will feel stress and lots of pressure. But there are people who are there for you. They accept who you are and what kind of person you are. That's why in the opposite side of the drawing, her tears turn into flowery-hearty love, since she knows that there are people who are still caring, loving, and happy to have you in their lives. If they haven't arrived yet, you should wait and see that there are people around you who are really love and accept you. Thank you for listening.
We all have times where we feel down, and that's okay. The people who care about you would want you to take care of yourself. If not, they would do that themselves. Even if it feels like no one is there, there's always someone who cares. Pink petals are soft and gentle. To lay on a bed of them eases your mind, makes you relax. Have you rested yet? Lavender is calming. Maybe you should speak your thoughts to me. Maybe that will make you feel better. Crying. Sometimes it's too much. Why not let it out as you rest? Rest as much as you can and don't dwell on the dark. Rest on your rose petal bed as you speak your thoughts bursting from your head.
Good day everyone, I'm Isel Daniel Bautista Cañete, a grade 11 STEM student from University of Southern Philippines Foundation Mabini campus. And this is my poster about mental health awareness and mental health care for all. As it is depicted in front of you, my artwork, we have a person all wounded up and is referencing the proverb of the three wise monkey. See no evil, hear no evil, and talk no evil. This means that often we used to have lack of moral responsibility on the part of people who refuse to acknowledge wrongdoing. We sometimes look the other way or we feign ignorance. My work also depicts that all of these are rooted in our brain, and if we only plant good things for ourselves and others, all will be well. And this acknowledges the fact that our brain is an organ and a mental health problem is an illness. That is why we should be careful in what we are saying at all times, filtering bad things that we hear, and most importantly, not turn a blind eye towards a person experiencing these kinds of ailments, because I believe that every one of us don't have to struggle in silence. Again, my name is Isel Daniel Bautista Cañete, and that is my poster about mental health awareness and mental health care for all. Thank you and God bless.
Hi everyone, we are from Grade 10 Emerald, and today I will be explaining to you of how we interpret the poster and the theme for this poster making contest, that is mental health care for all, let's make it a reality. As we know, mental health issues have been a serious problem to a lot of people right now, especially to teenagers and students. Mental health issues are really hard to deal with, especially with people who are experiencing a lot of different problems in their lives right now. They may be stuck with any traumas or any situations they're in right now that leads to the worsening of their condition, of the mental health that they are experiencing right now. Our poster tells us that even though we are experiencing or other people are experiencing mental health issues, there will always be people who have our backs. We can always rely to them, and it does not matter who they are or what kind of person or creature they are. For examples are pets or our friends that are not even that close, but we know we could trust them when we always have our families and our parents. Our poster also shows or interprets the insecurities and the hurtful instances or the circumstances that teenagers or people usually encounter, especially through social media and also in school. It is also shown here a test paper that has failing marks, and then it leads to insecurities and it makes people really down, especially for students who does not accept the low grades that they get. There's also this part of our poster that shows a girl that is isolating herself from the society, from her friends, from everything that revolves around her due to the mental health issues that she has been experiencing. There's also a part where a girl has cried because of texts of her friends or other people's words that are insulting her and hurting her in a very bad way. We believe mental health issues should not be taken lightly, and mental health problems should always be given a solution, or other people should always check on your friends. Let us make it a reality that we check on our friends even though they are happy or jolly outside, but we never know what the person is going through inside or really in their lives. So that's all for Grade 10 Emerald. I hope you enjoyed watching this. That's all for now. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Divine Gabriel William Moore and I'm from grade 10 stream under Ma'am Lorna Labaya. And for today, I will be discussing our section's artwork for the Mental Health Care Month. So insert the artwork here. And this artwork was made by Joseph Lowe Pesina. So as we can see in the artwork, we can see a lot of people, you know, a lot of different races, different religions, and people all around the world. And I do believe that each and every one of us strives for one thing, and that is to take care of our mental health. We all know that everyone are struggling, especially from last year. You know, we can't go outside, we can't really talk to our friends like face to face, and we were all stuck in our respective homes. I mean, until now. Taking care of our mental health is very important, and we should take care of ourselves first. You know, if we need to detox or to take a break about our work, social media, or everything, then we should take that break. You know, you can do whatever you think that is therapeutic for you, just like drawing, making art, listening to music, or watching your favorite shows, or just reading a book, or just simply rest. And if we think that we are already fine or capable of doing the works that was tasked towards us, then let's go back to work and let's finish what we started. So that is all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you appreciated our section's artwork, and I hope everyone is doing well. And thank you. Bye.
Hello everyone, my name is John Paul Ivan Yoteredes. I am a representative of grade 10 Garnet in USPF Lahog campus. There are 5 reasons why I made this poster. First, we have the cloud are above the person. They might be also mentality components, the heart rate, hospitality, a little plant, the brain, and emotional well-being are all the factors to consider. Second, we have the rainbow, which is also associated with LGBT issues and requires a resistance or support for everyone throughout the world. The poster's third picture is the heart in the middle. It assists in shining from both sides, negative and positive perspectives. The fourth aspect is the bright side, which is motivated, glad, or happy and positive, while the dark side is depressed, anxiety, and negative. The earth with 3 lands is the fifth. The first land is the self-healing. The second is the land where people are joyful because of their independence. The third is the flower that blooms pink and brings peace for everyone.
As we all know, Mental health is part of the components of health that each and one of us has. It includes how well and great we are. All of us has different mental health stability. We are either mentally stable or unstable. Being mentally stable is essential in every stage of our lives. Mental health is very important and we should not take it as a joke since it affects our choices, how we feel and think, and how we face difficulties and challenges in life. We must value ourselves and know our worth. Unfortunately, there are people who are mentally and emotionally unstable and needs professional help and diagnosed clinically, but sadly not all individuals can afford that. Poor mental health can turn to mental illness. Mental illness involves the change of emotion, thinking, and behavior. These can be caused by trauma, being bullied, being abused, stress, problems, and any types of discrimination, physical illness, and etc. Consequences are being depressed, having anxieties, self-harm, and different disorders. We seek freedom, attention, and solutions in all the troubles we are facing. One of the things that can improve our well-being is our different coping mechanisms or strategies. This can divert our attention away from the negative emotions. Thus, let us all value mental health care for all.
I am Branamas Sopan, a grade 10 Sapphire from USPF Lahog campus. To begin with, the relevance of my poster to the theme is that in the center of my poster, there is the depressed guy with two hands caring for him. These two hands can be anyone, your family, friends, or your doctor. And with the jigsaw heart puzzle in the background that represents on how you solve all of your problems. Next, in the left side of my drawing is all about what the left side of the brain's domain, like math, science, and many more. While the right side is what the right side of the brain's domain, like creativity, sports, and many more.
Hi, my name is Aliyah Fabido Mado and I am representing Junior High School Grade 9 Nitrogen Lahog Campus. The poster I created shows how the COVID-19 pandemic impacted people's mental health. We experience even more negative feelings than ever before, and that means that any one of us could be prone to mental health illnesses. However, there will always be people who can help you, which in the poster is represented by the hands. They could be your family, friends, professionals, and/or the government. Because luckily, the government has recognized this crisis and has found ways to provide everyone with mental health care. The watering can present in the poster also represents the efforts of the people mentioned to foster our mental health and to let each of our individuality shine through in these hard times.
Hi, I'm Atrocious Daisy Verano from Grade 9 Oxygen Lahog Campus. The poster I've made highlights the differences of our mental health makes in our lives. When we're mentally healthy, we have more energy and use in socializing with the other people that we care about. We also radiate good vibes, making talking to strangers easier since they know you mean no harm. Meanwhile, if we're mentally unhealthy, we sometimes cut other people off in our lives since we think we're being burdened, ruining good relationship. By doing so, your mental health gets even worse since you don't have anyone to tell the problems you're facing. Also, experiencing traumatic events like violence can cause PTSD, resulting into them constantly facing anxiety and stress. So conclusion, mental health should be treated seriously as it can cause a lot of major issues in our daily lives. Thank you.
Mental health is an important component of a healthy society. However, the majority of people develop mental health problems and issues is tragic and horrifying. This poster represents how mental health issues affect a person, how those issues affect them emotionally, and what factors can help prevent those issues from becoming even worse. Raindrops illustrate the factors that influence a person's issues. These are the primary factors that contribute to the development of issues and problems of mental health. Umbrellas illustrate individuals who assist people who are in desperate need of assistance with those issues and problems. The prevention and factors in the bottom half of these posters are factors that keep a person from having those issues, as well as factors that ensure that the issues don't become more serious and worse than they are now. Mental health issues are serious and they affect people on an emotional and physical level, altering the way they live and think. People who are affected by these things are more likely to suffer from mental illness. like depression and anxiety, which can be avoided if these problems are addressed early on. The most common type of assistance available to these people is therapy. Therapy helps by confronting the issues head-on and gradually resolving the issues that cause this mental illness. They assist you in talking about and resolving these issues. Thank you.
A message from Jackie Flores and Manuel Angelo Gicos, representing the Junior High School Grade 8 Acacia, La Hogue campus. Mental health is important because it has an impact on how we think, feel, and act in our daily lives. It also influences how we deal with stress, interact with others, and make decisions. The meaning behind this poster is how we take care of your mental health and for others to know that you are not alone in this depressive journey we call life. You should always monitor your mental health, especially when you're feeling sad. As you can see in the background, the mirror represents her mind, breaking through everything, and the shards from the mirror are her lost memories. The hand represents everyone helping her, because you should always seek for help and guidance before it gets worse. Always monitor your mental health. Never let that dullness eat you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good day. Today I will be explaining our poster about mental health care for all. Let's make it reality. But before that, I would like to introduce to you our representative in our section, Carmel Reyes, Sofia Acosta, grade 7B, Carnation from La Hogue campus. We always go through challenges in our life, and there will always be a time where we feel like giving up in our life due to stress, sadness, fear, feeling of helplessness, and being lonely most of the time. Like, for example, in this pandemic that is happening right now, there are a lot of people who give up in their life, or in short, committed suicide due to stress from work, from school, from house, and so on. There's also people getting depressed of what's happening in our world right now due to losing their job, their business, having stress from school, and so on. This is because of having of negative thoughts or thinking or too much things in their head that they even know what they're thinking about. This is bad since it can affect our mental health, and it can also give us depression, personal disorders, and so on, which is happening right now. But there is still hope for us to change, to continue living in our lives, because every one of us has a reason to live. It may be hard for us to overcome this, but I know we will overcome this one day for sure. Together we stand our feet and go through this situation.
Hello, I am Templato Jane from grade 7 Sunflower Junior High School USPF La Hogue, and my poster talks about the perspective of someone with mental health issues, how they feel that they need to be anxious and suppressed from other people. The hand represents how anyone is willing to help one another, even if both people go through trials and errors, hardships and misunderstanding, as long as each person consents on comforting the troubled mind, leading to the quote, "Everyone deserves help."
My name is Marsral D. Doyo. I am in grade 9, section Diligence, Mabini campus. This poster was made with the idea of masking correlated with mental health issues. People who mask themselves tend to be prone with depression and other mental illness. So with the tagline, "Show yourself," it means to be free from living under people's expectations of you. The man who took off the mask is a person who decided on such freedom to accept himself as who he is. As for the mask around him, it portrayed the different masks people tend to use to protect themselves. For example, anger can be a mask of a vulnerable person. And lastly, the green ribbon signifies mental health awareness. So, as it binds up the man, opening his eyes towards the importance of his mental health, he was able to help himself make a choice.
Hi, my name is Paul Rich and I am the representative in grade 10 for poster making contest. I have come up with this drawing and I have made with my own creativity. Thus, I could feel the connection between this art and I. As shown here, this symbolizes of our hidden secrets, emotions, and pains we never tell to anyone but ourselves. Every time we become vulnerable and in pain, we choose to hide our real emotions and put ourselves a smile on our face because we don't want to be everyone's burden and their worries. Rather than expressing what we go through, we keep it to ourselves and suffer alone inside. Sometimes we will think of committing suicide because we think that it will be a way to get rid of the pain. And sometimes we will feel anger and hurt people without us realizing it. People would see us being too happy and will think that we never have any problems, when in reality we aren't that happy and we do have problems that we rather not tell anyone. We try our very best to open up and show our real emotions to someone we trust for a very long time. It takes such a long time for us to heal and open our minds to understand that all of this negative thinking is temporary, and once we look at the bright side and think positive, we will move forward and create more memories.
This is John by Christian Ray Fardo, Grade 8 Industry from Mabini campus. There are two sides that I have shown, but before I tell you anything, I would like to say, thought is the expression of our mind. There is discordant thought and constructive thought. We can see in a discordant, it has no harmony, which is the result of toxins, fear, worry, and anxiety that all of us have or may experience. While in constructive thought, it uses the brain, it is creative, and it is harmonious. The plants on each side represents the proof, which has the principle. And I think each one of you behind the screen understood that. The good is the only principle, the truth. While the opposite has no principle, it has no life, no vitality, it is weak. But aside from those sides you see in the drawing, there is hope on the center. If I drop this distilled water into the ocean, what will happen? It will become part of the ocean. And so are we. We are part of the whole. There may be questionable or unexplainable things on the left, but there's faith and light on the right. Note that nothing can exist without a mind, period. And since thought produces it, thought can erase it.
This is Ilya Roble from grade 6 Generosity. This poster is about raising mental health awareness. Raisin caught your attention, right? This poster's objective is to help people raise mental health awareness as it shows. The raisin in the drawing tells you different inspirational affirmations. The cuteness of the raisin was made to make people have extra happiness as they see this. Who knew a raisin could be so inspirational?
Hello, this is Kelsey Lauren A. Rivera. It is currently October 28, 2021. I made this poster because I want to make people's depression disappear. A lot of people has suffered from depression, which leads to suicide, self-harm, and illnesses. You can be depressed by triggering words, especially on the internet, such as cyberbullying. which causes people to kill themselves, self-harm, or starving themselves. People use very sharp objects to harm themselves, such as blade, knife, and other sharp objects. So people sometimes self-harm as a way to cope with strong physical or emotional pain and distress, and can cause possible illnesses. The illnesses that are possible to be caused by depression is heart attack, stroke, cancer, and diabetes. The main causes of depression are abuse, sexual assault, death or a loss, serious illnesses, insecurity. Over 700,000 people have died from depression. That's why you should always take care of yourself. Please, if you need help to talk about your depression or your problems, always find a person who you can talk to, such as a psychiatrist, family member, a friend, health professional, and other people who you are close to. Always eat well, be safe, and don't be afraid to be who you are.
Everyone, I am Fritzier M. Argente from grade 6 Generosity. This was my poster. It's all about mental health. This was a man that was depressed and helped him to get away with depression. This represents that don't listen to social media immediately. Some messages from social media was bad and it can hurt you. This represents that you have to think positive. Don't think about negative. And this represents that you are not alone. Remember that you have friends. And this is very important. Pray and trust God. And you will get away with depression. And I made this with bond paper, and I colored it with crepas, and I traced it with pentel pen. That's all my presentation. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Nicole Estrella from Grace's Generosity, and this is my poster for the Mental Health Month. As you can see, I've added some way skills to it, and some objects on top of them. They might seem random at first, but if you look a bit closely, there is quite some sentimental value hidden in it. See, making choices in our everyday lives is sort of like using a weighing scale. In order to decide which choice is better, we weigh them both on the scale. Even though the scale usually offers the most relevant and obvious choice, it's our decision alone if you want to take it. Likewise, when we are asked to make decisions on our mental health and well being, the choices are offered loud and clear. But it's our decision if we want to do the right thing for ourselves. Is it better to get addicted to drugs and get into toxic situations, or stay in college and fulfill your dreams? Would you rather remain addicted to gambling, which brings down your self esteem and self control, or save money for things you will truly desire in the future? That is what we need to guide others in need to consider. To help the mentally ill take a step forward and look for the more strategic choice. Once again, I'm Nicole Estrella, 6 Generosity, and you've just finished my explanation video for my mental health.